What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're going to be talking all about agents. I'm going to be giving some of my top picks for the best agents to invest in Counter-Strike 2 right now. We can see from this graph that agents have been absolutely on fire lately. Since the bottom of the agent market about 3 weeks ago on November 15th, the whole agent kind of graph or the whole agent collection is up about 13 to 14% in the last 3 weeks. So that has been very, very good. But also right now is still a great time to buy because we zoom out a little bit. We can see that agents are still down from their all-time highs. So you're able to buy agents right now during an uptrend while also still getting them at a discount. I think it's perfect. So we're going to talk about that. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. This is an automated CS2 trading platform that allows you to turn your skins into some new ones instantly. Select the items that you are looking to get rid of, find some stuff that you think looks cool, and then click on trade items, and they're going to send that new stuff your way. Use code GERM on the site right now to get an up to free $5 bonus when you make a $100 trade or more. Code GERM will also get you an extra 5% deposit bonus on top of the 30% deposit bonus that they already have. SkinsMonkey is an awesome site, awesome service. They're going to be linked in the description below. They're going to be the pinned comment. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. I do really like agents. I know some people have a couple concerns about agents I want to talk about real quick. Some people's concerns are that they're non-consumable. Obviously, you can use an agent, you can try it out, and then you can still just trade it off. And I get that, you know, stuff that's consumable like cases, capsules, those things can be a little bit better, whatever. But also, some people are really worried that a new operation is going to be coming out sometime soon. We're going to get some new agents, and that's going to push the value of these agents down. I wouldn't worry about that too much. That is a concern. I get it. But also, we have no idea when that new operation is going to come out, and in the meantime prices could continue to rise, so even when they drop you could still be getting them at a good price right now even if you buy them. But I do think that timing the market is a little bit silly. It's a little bit ridiculous. We don't know when an operation's coming out. We don't know when the market's going to drop, and if it does drop you can just buy more in the future, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. And as far as them being non-consumable, also agents, you know, they came out during the operations. There aren't more agents coming out anymore, so even though they are non-consumable, they are still supply capped, and if the player base increases, or as the player base increases and agents get more popular or whatever, the supply isn't going to be going up. So if demand goes up and supply doesn't go up, that's still going to be very, very good. The first agent I did want to talk about, this is not in one of my best picks, but the Sir Bloody Miami Daryl. This is obviously the most expensive agent, and it's a very, very cool agent. But he is one that I'm staying away from right now, even though he's had some great returns. Over the past year, he is up 105%. We can see in the last month, he's been relatively flat, down about 2%. And in the past 6 months, again, you have an opportunity to buy the dip because he's down 17% in the past 6 months. But still, staying away from him. I think some of the value and some of the allure around Sir Bloody Miami Daryl, he looks very cool, but he's also just the most expensive agent right now. And again, if we do ever get new agents, or when we get new agents or whatever, there could easily be a new coolest agent, or a new kind of flavor of the month, or most expensive agent, or whatever that people are going to gravitate towards. And I think that's going to take away some of the value and some of the hype from Sir Bloody Miami Daryl. So just because he's a top dog right now, I don't really want to pay for that extra that I'm getting for getting the best agent, or the most expensive agent, or the coolest agent, or whatever. Also, there's so many other Daryls that are like similar to him, so you're kind of competing there. So I don't know. Just for those few reasons, I am not super high on the Sir Bloody Miami Daryl. I think overall, a lot of the agent market moves pretty similarly. So you can't really go wrong with anything based off of what I see. But I do think I have some better picks than the Sir Bloody Miami Daryl. But I know this is one that a lot of people are going to like. So getting into what I think are some of the best agents to buy right now. Blueberries Buckshot NSWC Seal. I know that this is one that Anomaly has talked about in a lot of recent videos, and really Anomaly was the first one to kind of put this one onto my radar. Didn't really know this one existed, hadn't really seen it, and I like so many things about it. Why Anomaly likes this one is it's a blue agent. He's called Blueberries. He's wearing blue camo. You can see a little bit of the blue, you know, like on his sleeves and stuff, and during certain inspects, but also he's just blue when you see like your pre-match and halftime and after the match and stuff. And obviously, he's the only blue agent. He's the only one with like blue clothes and a whole blue getup and all that stuff. He can go good with blue kind of inventories. You know, if you have sapphires, if you have an AK Vulcan, if you have a bunch of different blue phosphor, stuff like that, he can really pair up with. And also the fact that I think he's relatively cheap right now. He's about $10 or $11. So you actually have an interesting opportunity to get a really unique, really different, really cool agent at a decent price. You know, stuff like Miami Darryl can be 50, 60, 70 bucks. This one is a lot cheaper. In the past 6 months, you can still see that he's actually done quite well. He's when a lot of agents and a lot of stuff is down in the market right now, part of this is because Anomalies talked about it and probably got it pumped up a little bit and stuff like that in videos. He was definitely underrated before. He's not so underrated as of right now, but I still think going forward, he is a very, very unique and good agent. In the past year, we can see that his performance has been insane. 324% in the past year. I think going forward in the future, even if we do get new agents, are we going to get another blue agent? Are we going to get a new blue agent? No, I don't think so. I think he will continue to remain unique, interesting, and different, and fit with a lot of cool loadouts, and just blue's a cool color. So I want to look for agents that are different, that are cool, interesting, that have some reason to stand out and continue to be valuable going forward. Blueberries Buckshot is definitely one of those for me. Next up, we have medium rare Crashwater. I know there's like another Crashwater, but I'm talking about the medium rare one specifically. I'm talking about the shirtless one. That's what makes him different. That's what makes him unique. There is not very many, he might be the only one, but he's a shirtless agent. He stands out. That is unique. That is different. And I think that's going to be something that people are going to want. And I think that's something that's going to differentiate him from other agents that are already available or will continue to be available in the future. Right now, you can get him for about $16. And again, you can get him on a little bit of a discount right now, down like 1% in the last 6 months. So not a huge discount, but depending on when you're looking, it could be on even more of a discount. And he still had pretty good returns over the last year, up 138% in the last year. I think, again, I'm really looking for agents that are different, unique. They're going to continue to hold value, and I think this is one of them. He's just unique enough. He's just different enough. So I think the medium rare Crashwater could actually be a pretty solid investment going forward as far as agents go. He is definitely one of those on my radar. Next up, we have Elite Trapper Solman, and this one I think is really, really cool. He's got like the gold chains going on. He's got a little bling bling going on. That definitely makes him different and unique and stand out just as being interesting and cool in a different way than a whole lot of other agents. And, people like to be flashy and fancy, and you want to have this whole decked out loadout, and Elite Trapper Solman can definitely do that in a cool way. Again, this one's right around $16 right now, $16, $17 in the past 6 months. He's actually up 3%, so not a super discount right now, but from, the prices we saw up here, he was closer to $20. You can get him a little bit cheaper, and in the last year, he has still had some good returns, up 129%. He's more than doubled in the past year, so he has some good historical gains and stuff, and I think going forward in the future, he will continue to do well. This is one of my agents that I think is pretty interesting, pretty cool, and stands out in a good way. Next up, this one, super iconic. This one I think is a no-brainer. One of the easiest picks on this list for me. This is NumberK, Condom Head, whatever you want to call him. The only downside about NumberK is that he's not the highest rarity. He's only the second highest rarity as far as agents go. So his supply is actually a little bit higher. And if I wish he was the highest rarity, but if he was the highest rarity, he would probably be, way expensive and maybe the most expensive agent. I don't really know, but right now, you can get him for right around $40. In the past 6 months, he is down about 10%, so you can actually get him at a significant discount right now. But in some ways, he's kind of the agent that is like the mascot for CS2. I know there's not going to be any other Condom Head agent, so he's always going to continue to be unique. No one's going to fill his niche. He's like a big meme. He's funny. He's different. People see him in the load screen. They're going to think, oh, what the heck is that agent? I want to get him. It kind of advertises itself in any game you see him. He is like the agent that stands out. Does he look the coolest necessarily? No, like Miami Darryl looks cooler, or some of these other agents look cooler, but he's funny, he's different, he's unique, and I think that stands out in a huge, huge, huge way. In the past year, his performance has been he hasn't quite doubled in the past year. He's up about 83%, but again, all time, you can see he's up 319% from his release. I think this is still a very, very good agent, and even though the gains haven't been as good over the past year as some of his other ones, I still think going forward in the future, again, especially if we do get new agents or whatever, he's still going to fill this niche, and he's still going to stand out in a very, very good way. NumberK is an agent that I'd be very, very confident, holding or investing or owning going forward in the future. And finally, my last pick is first Lt Farlo for the SWAT team. Now, nothing super crazy, and if you look at her, right away, nothing super flashy, nothing stands out. So why is this agent on my list? She is the cheapest female agent. Now, again, if you're looking for things that are unique, different, stand out, that are going to differentiate the agents, because there's so many different agents in the game, and there's going to continue to be more and whatever, she is the cheapest female agent there's only so many female agents, so that's already something a little bit different. And some agents have already spiked up in price. They're already starting to get not expensive, but a little bit more expensive. So if you're looking for a potential low cost or more budget option here, this is a $5.85 agent right now. And again, I think she at least has something very, very different going for her. The fact that she is a female when a lot of the agents are obviously going to be male. In the past 6 months, she's up 16.65%. So you're not able to get her at a super discount specifically right now, but still, in the past year, she has had some good gains, up about 89% in the past year, and more of a budget option. You can get her a little bit lower, a little bit better entry price and stuff like that, so she maybe has more room to grow, more room to multiply, more room to go up. Not a super flashy, super cool, super anything like that agent, but if people want a female agent, or if there's women who want to play as a female character or whatever, this is going to be the one they're going to be able to go to as a cheap and entry level kind of beginner option. And I think female agents have some of like their own built-in demand there just by being different than a lot of the other picks out there. So I think First Lieutenant Farlo is at least unique, interesting, and different enough for me to keep on my radar as maybe as like an underrated pick or like a dark horse pick or something like that. But these are 5 of my picks for the best agents to invest in right now in Counter-Strike 2. I think all these agents should hopefully do really, really well going forward in the future. The next like 6 months, 12, 18, 24 months. Even if a new operation comes out, even if we do get new agents or whatever, I think these ones are pretty... I don't know, like they have some resistance against dropping as significantly as maybe some other ones could as some new agents do come out. But we'll have to wait and see. Either way, I think agents are really cool. Agents got a big buff in CS2. Obviously, now you can look down, you can see your legs. They're being featured more often. Some people are getting stuff on their wrists and in-specs, and agents seem like they're getting pushed more and more by Valve, and I think they're going to be a bigger and bigger part of the game going forward in the future. And like I said, their supply cap, so if CS2 does blow up and the player base increases and all that stuff, I think agents will do well. I think they're actually a pretty underrated investment right now. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, pretty much over this video today, guys. Definitely make sure you check out Skins Monkey. Use code GERM over there. I'd appreciate that a ton. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.